everyone. I hope you guys are all ready for another adventure of the River Critter Kids. Today we're going to meet Susie Salamander and Tommy and Tammy Turtle. They're brother and sister. Raise your hand, guys, if you have a brother or a sister. Yeah, I have a brother and a sister. Now I want you to raise your hand if you've ever gotten into a really bad argument or a fight with your brother and sister. I've gotten in many of those with my brother and sister. Well, sometimes we get so mad at our brother or our sister and so angry, we just want to punch them. But when we get that angry, that doesn't really make God happy. And today we are going to hear a story about Tommy and Tammy Turtle's big fight. So listen closely and see what happens during their fight. And as always, there's going to be a quiz afterwards. Talk to you soon. Tommy and Tammy Turtle and the terrible fight. Most days are quiet and calm on the banks of Rapid River, but today was an entirely different kind of day. Today was the day that Susie Salamander was coming over for a play date with Tommy and Tammy Turtle. Tommy and Tammy were so excited they could hardly contain themselves. They had been anxiously awaiting for the day Susie would arrive and bombarded their mom with questions when she entered their bedrooms that morning. "How much longer until she gets here?" shouted Tammy while getting out of bed. "Is she going to stay all day?" questioned Tommy. "Can she eat lunch with us?" asked Tammy. "And can she play with all our toys? And can she go outside with us? And can we have snack together?" continued Tammy. "Slow down," said Mama Turtle. "She will be here soon, and we will plan the day together. But let's first get out of bed, eat breakfast, and brush our turtle beaks." Tommy and Tammy did as their mother asked, and quickly got ready for their friend's visit. But just as Susie arrived, the trouble began. "Hi, Susie," said Tammy. "I'm so glad you could come. I am looking forward to playing in my room with you. My room is the best room in the house, and I made sure I had it all clean and picked up for you," proclaimed Tammy. "No," Tommy objected. "I want you to play in my room with me because my room is the best room in the house and I have cool toys." "But Tommy, all your toys are broken and your room is a mess. Face it, Susie is my best friend and I have the best room and the best toys. So naturally she wants to play with me more," bragged Tammy. Tommy became very angry. He stomped his feet and started to scream as he lashed out at Tammy. "Oh, yeah? Well, the only reason my toys are broken is because you broke them. And I want you to know I cleaned my room too. You are a terrible sister, and my room is great, and you're mean. And because you're so mean, Susie doesn't want to play with you. She only wants to play with me," shrieked Tommy. Susie Salamander looked on in terror as the fight between Tommy and Tammy grew worse and worse. "I didn't break your toys. You take that back," bellowed Tammy. "I'm a great sister, but you are an awful brother, and your feet smell, and Susie likes me better than you." Tommy felt more anger than he had ever felt before and yelled at the top of his lungs. "I hate you! From now on, don't talk to me, and I won't talk to you, and never come into my room." Tommy tucked his tail in his shell and said, "Come on, Susie, let's go play in my room." "No, she's coming with me," yelled Tammy as she grabbed Susie's hand and pulled her towards her room. "No, she's coming with me," blared Tommy, as he grabbed her other hand and pulled her towards his room. Susie was being pulled in two different directions and didn't know what to do or what to say. Finally, Susie screamed, "Help!" Mama Turtle came into the hallway and looked at the situation in horror. "Tommy, Tammy, let go right now. You are hurting Susie." Tommy and Tammy let go of Susie's hands. "Now someone tell me what's going on here," Mama Turtle said, as all three started to talk at the same time. "Okay, everyone be quiet now. Tammy, let's start with you. Tell me what's going on." "Well, I want Susie to come play in my room with me. I have cool toys, and I worked really hard at cleaning my room and picking up my mess, so Susie would like my room." "I see," said Mama Turtle. "Now, Tommy, why don't you tell me your side?" "I want Susie to play in my room. Some of my toys are fun, and I sort of clean my room too," replied Tommy. "Okay, well, Susie, it's your turn. Why don't you tell us whose room you want to play in?" Susie looked down at her feet and quietly said, "I want you both to be my friend, and I don't want to make anyone mad, but I'd rather play in Tammy's room." "That's not fair. Tammy, I don't want to be your brother anymore," shouted Tommy. "Well, we certainly do have a situation here, don't we?" exclaimed Mama Turtle. "This reminds me of a story in the Bible about two brothers who both wanted to please God, and it didn't have a very happy ending." "Tell us what happened," the kids said in unison. "It goes like this," responded Mama Turtle. "Adam and Eve had two sons named Cain and Abel. Cain was a farmer and Abel was a shepherd. One day the brothers brought an offering to God. Abel brought some of the best portions from the firstborn of his flock and offered it to God. Cain brought some of his products from the soil. God really liked Abel's offering, but God did not like Cain's offering. Cain was very angry. He was so angry and full of jealousy and hate for his brother that he lured his brother out into the field and killed him. Cain had to live the rest of his life under punishment by God and without his brother. So you see, Tommy and Tammy, this story is sort of like you guys. Tammy, your room does look very nice, and I know you worked really hard for a long time on it. God likes it when we do our best for him. Now, Tommy, I know you worked on your room too, but instead of cleaning your whole room, you cleaned a nice path. And instead of putting all your toys away, you left most of them out to get stepped on and broken. You made an effort, but not your best effort. Don't you agree?" "Yes, Mama," said Tommy sadly. "I guess you're right. I didn't do my best for Susie or God. I'm sorry, Susie. And Tammy, I'm sorry for all the mean things I said to you too. Your room is better, and even though I was angry and jealous, I love you, and I'm glad you're my sister, and always will be. Instead of fighting, why don't I get some of my good toys and bring them into Tammy's room, and all three of us can play together?" "I think that sounds like a marvelous idea," exclaimed Mama Turtle. "I think that solution will make everyone happy, especially God." The River Critter Kids Bible Point. If you don't love others, then you don't love God. Let's say that together. If you don't love others, then you don't love God. River Critter Bible Memory Verse. If anyone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. 1 John 4:20. It's a long one, but let's say that together. If anyone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. 1 John 4:20. All right, all my friends, it's River Critter quiz time. The first question is, Susie Salamander was coming to Tommy and Tammy's house to A. Do homework, B. Bake a cake, C. Have a play date, or D. Plant a garden. You got it. The answer is C. Have a play date. Next question. Tommy did his very best when he cleaned his room. Is that true or is that false? You got it. The answer is false. Here's a tricky one. What kind of job did Cain have? Was he A, an astronaut, B, a farmer, C, a policeman, or D, a circus clown? You guys are too smart. The answer is B. Cain was a farmer. God always wants us to A, eat all our jelly beans, B, run in circles until we're dizzy, C, stand on our heads, or D, do our best. Think hard. Which do you think it is? The answer is D, do our best. Last question. If we hate others, we can't love God. Is that true or is that false? The answer is most definitely true. God tells us to love one another, not hate one another. Okay, friends, I really hope that you enjoyed that story. And more importantly, I hope you always remember that if you don't love others, then you don't love God. I hope you guys will come back next week for another story from the River Critter Kids. But before I go, I want to send out a special thank you to Emmanuel for the beautiful card that he sent me in the mail. Thank you, Emmanuel. And I want you to know I have it hanging on my desk, so I'll think of you always. We'll see you next week, guys. Take care, be safe, and always remember, God loves me and God loves you.